Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the West Gym at Wadsworth High School, where tonight the Wadsworth Lady Grizzlies take on the Lady Minutemen of Revere. This is a game that has great ramifications for the conference. The Minutemen are currently in second place, one game behind Copley, with the game against Copley, their final game of the season, coming up on on Thursday night. Wadsworth is one game behind the Minutemen, so that means that if Wadsworth could win this ball game tonight, and if they could, the worst they could do would be to tie for second place, with the possibility of an upset against Copley tonight would possibly put the three-way tie for the championship. The first time these two teams met, Revere came away with a 43-45 victory on a last-second shot. And this game tonight has been a long-awaited rematch between these two squads. Bill Thompson, my partner, is going to be joining me here momentarily. Right now, let's go down to Gary Petty for the introduction of tonight's teams.
Both teams, starting with the Minutemen. Number 11, Christy Mount. Number 21, Betsy Lloyd. Number 31, Kim McCann. Number 33, Beth LaValle. Number 45, Kelly Cook. Starting lineup for the Grizzlies. At guard, number 32, Katie Riley. At guard, number 24, Lisa Adams. At forward, number 42, Missy Dell. At forward, number 54, Julie Rulin. And at center, number 52, April Walker. Good luck to both teams.
Welcome back to the West Gym. This is Charlie Ackerman, your host tonight. As I said earlier, Bill Thompson will be along in a few moments. He's about 10 minutes away from a gymnastics ending period. We are going to be watching what builds up to be a game that I've been looking forward to ever since January 9th, when Revere defeated Wadsworth by 2 points in the last second shot, and Wadsworth's been looking for some revenge ever since. As I said earlier, this game has a lot of bearing on the league, not necessarily on the league championship, but on this, at least on the league standings in the Suburban Conference. Revere's coming into the game 15-3. Overall, with a 9-3 record in the conference. Wadsworth's coming into the game with 11-6 overall, 8-4 in the conference. The center jump is controlled by Julie Rowland. Wadsworth to the center. Rowland takes a shot from the key and hits her first 2 points of the evening. The last time these two teams met, Rowland was pretty well neutralized. Although she did finish with 14 points, they kept her outside most of the evening. She couldn't get the inside shots that she's used to getting. That's Christy Mount. And April Walkley, I believe, is going to draw the foul. This ball game is going to pit probably the best set of guards that in the Suburban League. I would probably say right now, based upon what I've seen before, that Revere has the best set of guards overall in the league at this point. Christy Mount being the primary, and both of the guards that they have, she and Betsy Lloyd, are both juniors rather, with another year to grow. Mount sinks her first foul shot of the evening. And put your second one in. It's all tied up at 2-2 in the early going of the ball game. Wadsworth breaks the press with Lisa Adams controlling the ball, going to the corner, back out to Katie Riley, around to Julie Rowland, who is double teamed. And let's see, we're running a sort of a triangle man. No, it's Revere's version of a man-for-man. Revere and Wadsworth are the two teams in the league that are noted for playing man-for-man defense. So, and with good guards, you can do that, and both teams have the guards. So this is going to be a battle even there. Katie Riley hits from the top of the key for her first 2 points of the evening. Wadsworth goes up 4-2. That's Mount controlling the ball over to Lloyd, or to Kim McCann, rather. Bringing it right down the center. Takes a shot but misses. And a little traveling call there on Beth LaValle. One thing I said earlier, of course, was that Revere had the best guards in the league at this point, but their big girl inside has come a long way this year, and as a result of that, the Minutemen are definitely a contender in this conference. As I said, they have a game coming up with Copley, who's a league leader right now, and Copley is currently minus one player who will be out for the rest of the year with an injury, and in a game last week, Dee Dee Lawler against Highland, Lawler, their other star, was injured, although she is expected back to be playing tonight. The corner to 31, that's Kim McCann. She's going to try dribbling out of it. She's not going to get out of there, but 21's going to take the shot from the corner. It's off. Revere touches, but Wadsworth controls. A fast break down to Katie Riley. Mount gets in there in front of her and blocks it out of bounds. It's one reason why I said that they had the guards. Mount is very quick, and Lloyd is equally quick. Lloyd being the daughter of former Brecksville coach Biff Lloyd, who used to coach also at Barberton at one time, and he's now coaching up at Mayfield Heights. I notice he's here in the audience tonight to watch his daughter play. Wadsworth's content to stay outside a little bit, try to work the ball to Ruland, who's going to try the baseline. Gets a blocking foul on 33, Beth LaValle, her first of the evening. Fortunately, it was not a shooting foul, so Wadsworth inbounds the ball, but they inbound it right to Revere. Mount brings the ball up court and tries a shot. Fortunately, she did not get a foul out of that. I'm sure she would like to have had one, but they didn't call it. Right now, they're letting the two teams play pretty physical basketball. Lisa Adams tries from outside for 2 points, nothing but net. And Wadsworth goes up 6-2. Mount takes the ball to 21. Betsy Lloyd in the corner, comes across the court to 33. Beth LaValle to 31. That's Kim McCann. McCann takes a shot, misses. Ruland rebounds. The ball goes out to Katie Riley to bring it up court. Earlier tonight, the Revere JVs, that's Missy Dell taking the shot, Revere rebounding. Earlier tonight, the JVs from Revere defeated Wadsworth 44-40 with 4 foul shots in the last 15 seconds of the ball game. Revere's record is now 19-0. Missy Dell just picked the... Let's see. Oh, they called that one on Christy Mount, an offensive foul on Christy Mount. That's a kind of a surprise on that shot. And Wadsworth threw the ball out of bounds. Turnovers may play a key role in this ball game, and the team that has the fewest should be the one that comes out on top. Mount's going to bring the ball up again against Lisa Adams. Ball goes over to Kim McCann, back to Mount, around the horn to Lloyd, who feeds the ball inside to 33 to Beth LaValle. The shot is blocked. And the Grizzlies bring the ball up again. Katie Riley in control. Ruland around the horn to Riley. Back to Adams. Back to Riley, over to Ruland. He's going to try the baseline again. Takes a short little jump shot. Doesn't fall. Rebound to Christy Mount. Ball comes down to Betsy Lloyd. He's going to set the play up. Play goes to 31 to Kim McCann. Tied up by Missy Dell. Possession of Revere. Beth Carpenter's coming into the ball game right now to replace Missy Dell, who's going to go over for some words of advice from Coach John Martin. Ball is inbounded right to Julie Ruland. One of their either 45, Kelly Filets or, 45. Oh, Kelly Cook or Christy Mount misstepped and did not go as far as she was supposed to. Bounce pass to Ruland. Kind of a dangerous pass there and all that traffic. Mount controls. A tell you, the guard play in this ball game should be a lesson for anyone, particularly girls that are interested in playing that position. Out shoots, misses, Ruland rebounds. Ball off to Beth Carpenter, down the floor to Lisa Adams, who takes the shot. It was in and out of the net. Goes back to Mount. Mount to the corner to Lloyd. Lloyd shot from the corner, missed. 33 on the rebound, misses. Ball back out to Beth Carpenter in control. Ball inside to Ruland right now. She's tied up. I think they're going to call a jump ball, in which case possession goes to Wadsworth. Yes, they did. This ball game tonight, there'll be another televised game on Thursday night with Field, which will be shown in its entirety on Saturday morning. The Grizzlies will go into a tournament play next Wednesday night against Parma Normandy up at Brunswick at about 6 or 6:30. I'm not sure which time of the first or the starting game. The winner of that game, unfortunately, probably will face the number 1 seed up there, which is Holy Name, who's undefeated this year and supposedly one of the toughest teams in Cleveland. 22 takes the pass. That's a good shot by Beth Fox. Makes the ball game 8-2. Fox is in there currently replacing Adams. Another missed shot by Revere. Carpenter controls, bringing the ball over to Katie Riley. Riley brings it across the timeline. Carpenter's back to Fox. A little short, a little soft on that play. Revere controls. It's knocked away by Ruland. Ruland so far has 2 points, but she's made herself known in other ways. They're certainly keeping double teaming her when she gets the ball. Wadsworth, one of the bad pass there inside the outlet pass to Tammy Weber. Weber takes the shot, misses. Ruland rebounds again. Ruland currently must have a majority of the rebounds in this ball game, certainly. Knocked out of bounds that time by 31 Kim McCann. Beth Carpenter will take it out, inbounds it. Ruland's coming off the floor right now, being replaced by Missy Dell, who's moving into that slot that she's been occupying. The ball comes into Beth Fox. The Grizzlies are just moving around the perimeter right now. A nice backdoor pass to Fox, who misses on an easy layup. Mount's going to try to drive it, and she's going to get a foul out of Fox on that, draw a foul out of Fox on that. That's Beth first, team second. Number 5, Tammy Weber's going to take the ball out of bounds. Be the trigger man for this particular game. Shot. 45 has the ball. That's Kelly with Cook. And Cook has 40. Another layup shot missed. Foul is on number 33, number Beth LaValle. That is her second. And she's the 5'10" girl that the Minutemen can ill afford to lose. Their big center in there. Ball comes quickly across the timeline to Beth Carpenter and to Beth Fox. Carpenter's around the horn with it. Fox taking the ball outside. They're going to keep it out until for the last shot here. And 18 seconds on the clock. Pass inside. There's a little overmatch there with LaValle on Lisa Adams, who's 5'2". They're going to call Mount for traveling on that one. So far tonight, we haven't heard any complaints out of the crowd about the officiating. I think the officiating's been excellent in this ball game so far. There haven't Both teams had opportunities. There's a foul on Carpenter that was kind of needless. But no harm. It was done across the timeline, so they'll have 3 seconds to inbound the play and try to get a shot off. Whoever's going to inbound it, it'll likely come to Mount if they can get it to her, but they're not going to get it to her. They're going to have to bring it in to number 25. That's Kathy O'Donnell. She doesn't get it. Shots taken by 33, Beth LaValle, who missed from outside. And at the quarter break, it is 8-2 Wadsworth. And a very balanced 8 points indeed. Fox, Adams, Riley, and Rulin each have 1 basket, and Mount's 2 foul shots, and the only 2 points that Revere has gotten. Revere is very cold this first quarter. They have shot 0% from the floor in this quarter. As I said, the Lady Grizzlies enter tournament action next Wednesday night against Parma Normandy. Wadsworth was 5th in the seeding last night, Monday night, I should say. The top seed went to Holy Name. The second seed went to Parma Padua, the third seed to Strongsville, and the fourth seed to Brecksville. Now, Wadsworth defeated Brecksville earlier this year, and we don't know that much about the 2 Cleveland teams. Strongsville is the current Pioneers Conference champion. They have defeated everybody in sight. So John Martin just narrowly missed getting a seed out of that tournament up there. But it will, as I say, be difficult because the second game of that tournament night, and probably the team that Wadsworth will have to play if it should beat Parma Normandy, would be the top-seeded Holy Name. And the Green Wave is, at least I'm told, up in the Cleveland area, the power among the girls' teams outside of perhaps Cleveland Shaw. I have, however, heard many good things about Cleveland Shaw in the past, and they have seldom ever gotten anywhere. So it's questionable as to how strong they really are once the tournaments get into play. That is a bad pass there, but they got away with it, and they got a layup, which is missed. A second layup is missed, and this time Llewellyn takes the rebound and holds it. 31, Kim McCann kind of wound up on the floor on that rebound exchange. Revere is very cold from the floor. That's 2 layups that they missed there. They really had no business missing one of them because they were unchallenged by anybody. Bad pass there. Too high to be picked off by Missy Dell, who came out for it. Ball goes out of bounds and over to Revere. Mount's going to bring it up court. Ball goes into the corner to number 45, Kelly Cook. Into 33, LaValle. LaValle's shot is again a layup missed. Missy Dell to the rebound. Ball out is out to the outlet pass to Lisa Adams, who was double teamed. Oh, I'm not sure. I don't believe that ball ever went across that line. John Martin disagreed with the call too, but they called over and back on the play. So the ball goes over to Revere. Ball comes to 31 in the corner. That's Kim McCann. His team is guarded by Dell. Back around to Mount. Back to Lloyd. Mount. Ball inside to LaValle. LaValle tries another layup and finally gets one through the bucket. There's their first basket of the night. Comes with 6:47 to play in the second quarter. I would imagine that Coach Michael Burnett of the Revere Minutemen would gladly forget about that shooting statistic so far. That foul was on LaValle. That's her third. She's the one girl in foul trouble, and she's the big girl for Revere. They replaced her with number 25, Kathy O'Donnell. Ball comes around back to Adams. Rogers right now with an 8-4 lead. He's content to play a little perimeter game here. And Katie Riley takes a shot from the top of the key and sinks it. Nothing but net. Her first 2 points in the second quarter. 4 for the evening. Mount takes the ball, bringing it working against Lisa Adams. To 31 to Kim McCann in the corner. McCann takes the ball across and is going to try for a shot from the foul line, but it gets it stolen away from her by Riley, who brings the ball up court herself here. Wadsworth setting up now. Adams on the far side of the court. It'll be the right side if you're looking at it from here. The ball goes back around the horn. Now to Ruland. Ruland's going to take the shot. Nothing but net. And that's her 4th point of the evening. Once again, Revere is bringing the ball up court. Mount brings the ball up court against Adams. The ball comes over to 25, Kathy O'Donnell. Wadsworth gets a hand on the ball and knocks it out of bounds. There's going to be a little time taken here while number 31, Kim McCann, ties her shoe. Sometimes with the laces they have on these shoes, I'm wondering they don't trip over themselves. Ball to 21. 21 takes the shot, misses. 21 gets her own rebound and is going to be called for jump ball, but it's Revere's possession. 21 being Betsy Lloyd. As I mentioned, Biff Lloyd's daughter. From the years that Lloyd coached at Brecksville when Wadsworth went to state in the boys team. Ball comes to 45 to Kelly Cook. And I believe we got a foul called on. Now called a 3-second violation on Revere on that. In the game up at Revere, Cook was the second highest scorer for Revere with 11 points, with Mount having 13. Ruland, as I said, led all scorers with 14 points, but she was kept outside most of the night, kept away from the baseline, which is one of her strengths, like that baseline shot right there, which is her 6th point of the evening. And Mike Burnett decided it's about time with a 14-4 lead to call timeout. Wadsworth up 14-4. John Martins right now just says just keep it up. That's all he can do to tell him in the huddle. Would not be surprised to see Revere come out here and change the strategy on defense a little bit, go into something like his own defense, because they are not having any luck on their defense, their man-for-man against us. Wadsworth has been able to crack that man-for-man and gets a baseline shot all night. Bill Thompson has just joined me here. Bill, you missed a most interesting first quarter in which the Revere scored 2 foul shots and never made a basket, shot 0%. They've managed 1 basket this quarter so far, and Wadsworth is scoring at a pretty fair pace, although
score right now I see 14-4.
Nothing.
I guess that JV game was a barn burner at the final, wasn't it?
The JV game was, yes. In the last 15 seconds, they scored 4 points to win the ball game.
That was a little better than left there with about 20-some points that they beat Wadsworth JVs by.
Right. Well, their record is 19-0 on that JV team with that win tonight. They've got 1 game left with Copley.
That could be a decisive game, I suspect.
Yes. Mount's bringing the ball up court. Double teed with Delver and Dell and Adams there. Round to Lloyd. Back to Mount. Mount has not made the basket she made the other night. Lloyd's going to take the shot and with one.
All net, Charlie.
All net.
We have 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second period. Wadsworth leading 14-6 now. Ooh.
Well, I was wrong. Instead of a little zone, Mike Burnett's coming out with a little more pressure.
A little contact here by number 11.
Well, they haven't called contact much tonight. This has been a pretty evenly called game without a lot of contact being whistled. Revere has 1 girl in a little foul trouble.
Nice fake by Joy. All right, up for 2. Missy Dell.
There's a beautiful inside pass there and a beautiful fake by Lisa Adams.
Nice quick ball movement, too. That was important.
Ball comes around to Mount. Mount looks like she's going to take the shot, but I think that's a little out of her range. That's more her type of shot. She's going back to the foul line for another try.
She was smart with that, really. She, I think, a little bit out of control, decided to go ahead and put it up and hope somebody fouled her, which I think exactly that's what happened, exactly.
Well, she is, as I say, only a junior. In fact, you may be looking out there at next year's championship team, one of these teams, because between them there's only 1 senior on the floor at this moment.
Should be an interesting games between the two next year, Charlie.
Yes. Comes to Adams, around the horn to Katie Riley. Over to Rulon in the corner. Rulin's going to try a little drive back to Adams.
It's like a basic, a 2-3, or no, he's going to
he's
man. Going to man, yeah.
He's Adams.
3:47 left in the second period. Wadsworth leading, 18-7.
As I said, Revere is one of the two teams that plays man in this league against.
Well, at the beginning there, it looked almost like a 1-2-2, but nobody was moving, so I was confused a little.
25 has the ball.
Nice.
21 takes the shot.
She got a nice soft shot.
Outlet pass to Riley.
Ooh.
Back to Adams, around to Rulon, who is not going to make the baseline this time. She gets cut off. But Riley's going to sink it.
That's the shot right there. That's one that the girls have not been taken from that corner of the key right there. And she took that shot right away, which is important. I think I'm watching the JV girls. They're having problems with that.
Number 25, Kathy O'Donnell, with her first basket of the evening. That uncontested shot from the foul line.
They got that two-person trap, don't they, as they come across?
Yes.
Ooh, nice move by Missy Dell. That brings the score 22-9. Wadsworth with 2:42 left in the second period.
I don't know if you've noticed down there in front of the scorer's table, but we're about to see an entirely different Revere team.
Looks like you're going to put five
All
in.
Five players are coming in. Different players.
Little strategy, huh?
25. That's Kathy O'Donnell.
The Revere girls, I tell you, have had some experience because they really work nicely underneath, in close. They work nice, no panic, nothing. All right, Missy Dell.
The 6th point of the evening and of the quarter.
She's getting that nice layup, Charlie. Boy, all night long, that would be great. They're going to have to shut that off. Nice reverse dribble there.
And we're going to get a foul call on Julie Rulon. I believe that was 45 taking the shot. That's Kelly Cook. Kelly Cook has been held scoreless this evening so far.
That gives us 1:55 left in the second period. Wadsworth leading by a score of 24-11.
I don't know if we got the kamikaze troops coming in here or what.
I don't know what the thoughts are here.
33 was a starter.
55 was a JV starter. She played.
55 is Kelly Filets. Number 5, Tammy Weber. 33 is Beth LaValle.
Another JV, I believe. He might be just getting ready for tournaments, Charlie, a little bit.
That is number 45 at the line.
Revere's in second place right now, aren't they? I can't.
They're one game back of Cop.
Yeah, they probably. I doubt seriously that if he would be. I was thinking maybe he was putting a few of the reserves in with the idea of getting them a little floor experience before they got into the tournaments next week.
Well, it could be, although
doesn't seem likely
tonight because they play Copley Thursday night for that championship.
They could tie it for that.
Really got to have it.
Yeah, that doesn't seem likely then.
We're going to see some kamikaze.
Good job, Katie Riley. Just take the ball and move up the floor. That was a good job.
Going to go to the full court press to Rulon. Rulon's on LaValle. LaValle can't afford a fourth foul, I wouldn't think. April
Walkley. That raises the score to 26-12 with 1:35 remaining in the second period. Or quarter, as they say in the sport, huh, Charlie?
Well, period's fine. LaValle gets the ball.
And
takes
easy.
The ball away jump shot, misses. Rebound to 55. Kelly Filets, who made the basket.
A snowbird down there. Oh, she misses that. Too bad.
Bethany had a layup.
Do they still call it a snowbird, Charlie? They got the one person down there by themselves like that?
Yes.
Or cherry picker is way back.
Cherry picker at one point. Well, travel music.
Wadsworth leading by a comfortable 12 points with 1:03 left in this second period.
This is much easier on John Martin than the game up at Revere was on January 9th. I'll say that.
We had to fight for our lives. Nothing would drop in. The JV, I thought he called foul there on 51. She was reaching in.
Well, as they say, they haven't called a lot of contact. You can tell that. There's been 5 fouls called against
I think I heard John Martin say that, too.
4 against Revere.
58 seconds.
Along here, I've missed a couple fouls, but that's all right. Nice
inbounds. One thing Katie's been doing nicely, Charlie, is she's been running the show out there a little better, and I think, taking over, and I think that's a credit to her. Nice shot.
Ruland.
Julie Ruland.
Her 8th point of the evening.
Oh, nice steal. There you go, Beth. Beth Carpenter on that steal.
Now, if we just take a time here. Oh, double teamed it. Unfortunately, you can argue that, but it was dropped, and once it's dropped, it's a double dribble.
Yeah, he's not buying that.
Whether she hit the ball or not.
She might have traveled there.
Walk there.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
5 pilots with the ball.
Jeez.
Another layup from
I tell you,
inside.
the Revere girls, the middle girls, have that turnaround jump shot that really they're very accurate, right down into the JV level. That's why I think they've had a lot more experience in lower level basketball. It's just going to take a little bit longer. Wadsworth's got kids coming. And, of course, the girls, very nice. Got to have those. Got to have it.
But that pass is too long, too. Too soft shot by Ruland, but a long pass, an outlet pass, it just could not be caught.
1 second left on the clock at 28-16. Wadsworth leading by a big 12. That'll end it.
Grizzlies are going to the halftime with a 28-16 lead. And right now, I'd say Coach John Martin is very happy with what he's seen of his team so far.
I think the first thing he'll tell them in the locker room, though, Charlie, is, hey, listen, you gals, just because you're up 12 points, you know how darn easy it is to drop off and lose this thing. You guys have got to keep playing heads up and continue to hustle and pressure and do all the things you've been doing the first half.
Well, it's certainly a long way from being over. 16 minutes to play, and anything can happen. 12 points is nothing in 16 minutes of girls basketball.
No, and it's very easy to get complacent a little bit and think, well, they're playing dead on us there tonight. But I tell you right now, the JVs proved that they led or were behind most of the game between 9 and 12 or 13 points, and I had to leave before the fourth quarter to get out and teach class. And when I come up, I hear all the cheering. We're down by 2, 42-40. So anything can happen.
Anything can happen. I might point out the Grizzlies have not yet gone to the foul line, and they do not have any foul shots in this ball game. 4 of the points that Revere has are foul shots. 3 by Christy Mount, 1 by Kelly Cook. Now, as mentioned earlier, both of those were the leading scorers for Revere up at Revere, and right now they've got 4 points between them. So, that should make John very happy also, I would think.
Welcome back to the second half. Wadsworth's Grizzlies and the Revere Minutemen. Wadsworth is leading right now by a score of 28-16. Third quarter action just about ready to start.
Now, the Grizzlies break the huddle. Wadsworth will bring the ball inbounds on one possession play. Missy Dell will be the trigger.
We'll look for that hustle the first half in the second half that we saw in the first half, Charlie, and I think that'll be the key factor here.
Oh, Adams. Lloyd is on Adams. Now switched over. Lloyd comes over to Katie Riley. Christy Mount to Adams. Mount gets a hand on the ball. Deflects it to number 45. That's Kelly Cook. To 31 in the corner. That's LaValle with the ball and misses another layup.
They're moving that ball inside so easily. They did that same exact thing in the JV game. They have the ability to move into those big kids underneath, and they know what to do with it. Let's see if we can counter. Nice shot by Lisa. Ooh, looked awfully good.
It was a good try there. She was wide open. She took the instinctive shot right from the foul line. The ball's with Lloyd. Has the ball now over to Mount. Mount around the horn to number 31. That's Kim McCann. Over to Mount.
She forced that shot.
But LaValle got the rebound that time and missed it. Ruland took the rebound right away.
My uh-oh comes from the fact that I saw 3 shots made by Revere there that were just too easy, not blocking out underneath. We have 6:52 left in this third period. It's 28-16. Wadsworth still by 12. Out of bounds, Grizzlies.
Ball was knocked out of bounds there by Kelly Cook, reaching around Rulin and getting nothing but the ball. Dell takes the ball out of bounds. Should come inbounds to what? Oh, bad pass inside there.
Good heads up by Julie Rulin.
Oh,
traveling. Too bad. She had the right idea. She was splitting the defense. She was inside nicely in the paint.
Grizzlies are falling back to play man for man underneath the basket and letting Revere bring the ball up court. About 3/4 of court before they're challenged. Mount was challenged there. 31 McCann has it. Lloyd takes an outside shot and sinks it.
Don't need to get in her face. She's got a nice soft touch from the outside. Katie should just, too bad. Loss of control. Well, we're seeing some breakdown already. Now they've got to get back in the saddle very quickly.
They've got to get the rhythm back.
It's 28-18. They're down 10. They've lost 2 on that rally, but there's lots and lots of time. 6:07 left in the third quarter.
Can to Lloyd. Mount's going to shoot. Rebound to Rulin. Fast break out here to Katie Riley.
Just take it all the way in. That's it.
Mount takes the foul.
So often, and I see it with the JV teams, I see it with the varsity teams, Charlie, so often as the girl that's challenging or coming on defense on one of those breakaways, as soon as she starts getting close, the other girl will start shying away from the basket, moving away, instead of just dropping her shoulder and go ahead and go for it. Hey, the worst that can happen is you get fouled.
She gets fouled. And Riley goes to the line with 2 shots.
That's what you want.
Takes the first.
That was Mount's second foul, too, of the evening.
That's the first foul shots made by Wadsworth tonight. I believe we're going to get a call on 52 April Walkley.
April Walkley.
That's her, I believe, second foul.
Number 2. Wadsworth leading by 11 right now, 29-18, 5:56 left in the third quarter.
Out Lloyd.
Oh, she split those 2. They've got to cut her off at the pass, Charlie.
Inside of LaValle. But LaValle was kept out of her normal position.
They did a nice job that time. Oh, cheap foul right there. That young lady
was.
She'd like to have that one back. Kelly Cook, number 45, Revere. That's her second foul. Evening.
On that play, LaValle was playing high post, and she was kept right out of her normal position by the defense there, and she tried that shot.
Katie Riley, there she is. See, she's taking over. She's doing a much better job. Notice that she dropped her shoulder right up the floor. Hey, I've got the ball. You can stop me. That's the attitude that guard has to take.
Now Adams rolling with the ball. Cook on
this
bad pass inside there. Cook takes it away.
Coach Martin, I just heard him say, "Don't force it, Juliana." There's 21 popping again. Getting that rebound. We're not boxing out. We're turning around, but we're not clearing the area. And we've got to do that.
The first half, we were doing just that thing. We were moving the ball. There, the ball to Walkley.
April's got to turn around and shoot that shot. She's got to come up and shoot that shot. The one she did it in the first half down to the other end, Charlie, she dropped it in just as soft and nice. She's got a kind of a semi-hook. Well, she's got to put that ball up.
There was another bad pass inside there on that. Incidentally, LaValle, who's guarding Walkley, has 3 fouls, so she almost could.
Sure, she can take advantage of it.
LaValle was forced out of her position there again. Travel call, ball goes over to.
That was a quick call, I think. 29-20, Wadsworth still leading, 4:30 left in the third quarter.
LaValle back to Lloyd. Lloyd takes the shot.
Good position, Julie Rulin.
Rulin's commanding the boards tonight.
She blocks out nicely. Very nice job.
She just took the boards away from anything that they had in the first quarter. There wasn't any question. Rebounding statistics, I would think that
that girl's
very
fouled.
happy with.
That was right in front of us, Charlie. Number 21 just smacked Lisa's arm, but official didn't see it. There you go, right up. That ball has to be shot.
Dell shot missed. Ball rebounded by LaValle. Being brought up court by McCann. Over to Mount. Mount's going to split. Well, she takes off and goes to Lloyd. She's got the ball. Back to McCann. McCann to LaValle inside.
Too easy. Too easy.
I'm not sure they're going to call that basket good, though.
Pardon me?
Depends on what they call the foul.
I think he's going to give it to her. Yep.
He gave her the basket.
It's going to make a different ball game out of this. 29-22 should be the score when she's on the foul line, so she can pick up a three-pointer on this.
So LaValle made the basket. This will be her foul shot. The foul is on number 45, Missy Dell.
This could bring them within 6 if she drops this foul, and it is. The lead's been reduced down to 6 points, 29-23. I thought we traveled, but she called a timeout. That was we have 3:36 left in the third quarter, and the Wadsworth Grizzlies are leading 29-23. So they've made up 6 points since the start of the half, Charlie.
Well, they have made Wadsworth only have one foul shot this quarter that they've made. They've got to get the ball back, I think, to Rulin right now and try to see if she can't put some points on the board and take over a little bit in the leadership of the team again.
Well, I think also April Walkley, that ball goes inside to her. I think she's got to come around with that half hook, half turnaround jump shot that she has and go for it.
See, the first part of the game, Bill, they were double teaming Rulin, and she was still getting her shots, but getting them either outside or inside because she could pass off and someone else would pick up the ball and make the easy layup. So they double teamed her, and LaValle picked up her foul, mostly doing that. Just that thing is a second teamer on her because her normal girl is Walkley.
But if April is going to keep passing that ball up, then she does not become a threat in there. As soon as she becomes a shooting threat, then that means they've got to collapse on her, and that frees up somebody else.
Right.
So I think April's got to make that turnaround shot. Whether it goes in or not, she's got to be a threat there. At least make the shot from that point.
They pulled Lloyd out of the game right now. Replaced her with number 25. That's Kathy O'Donnell. They replaced McCann with Tammy Weber. The ball is to Rulin. Rulin puts it up. A little short. Now in the first half, that would have been Wadsworth's rebound. The rebounding stats are going Wadsworth's way, or going Revere's way in the second quarter, this quarter certainly. Mount from the line, misses again. Rebounded Weber. Weber takes it to 45.
Too easy. Much too easy. They're not staying with their men right now, or their persons.
Kelly Cook, her first basket of the night. She's going to get a foul out of it. The foul is on number 52 or on number 10. Who do we call it? 10. On Beth Carpenter, her second.
3:07 left in the third quarter, and the score is 29-25 with a chance for the Revere team to come up again with another point, make it at 29-26. It'll bring the lead down to 3, from 12 to 3. If she makes this one in, there's 4.
Might make it.
Still a 4-point margin. Grizzlies got to get going. They got to get going now. Start playing like they did first half. They're a little tentative out there.
There it is. She's going to travel or push.
Oh, she got pushed.
Push on 45. That's Kelly Cook, her second. But no big deal because not a shooting foul violation. And while you don't like to see the fouls on the girls, as long as they don't cause shooting, that also will not be a shooting foul.
So far, both times the ball has been brought in, just the last 2 opportunities there, both times Revere has created a foul. So that's what they've got to do.
That's Kathy O'Donnell.
That's her first.
That's her first, but that's the team's fourth in this quarter, and so the next foul that Revere commits will go to the Wadsworth, be going to the line.
Feed it in there. The officials are going to call those inside. Feed it in there and force the situation.
Yeah.
It was, she missed her, Missy. She missed Missy. There's a good shot.
Two by Riley.
Missy did a nice pick there on the side for Lisa, and then as Lisa passed her up, Missy spun to the middle down underneath, and Lisa didn't see her.
All of Weber. Weber took a step.
2:24 left in the third quarter. Wadsworth leading 31-25. They picked up a couple points that they'd lost earlier.
Well, this is an opportunity to pick up a couple more right here, although Revere's going into full court pressure right now.
They like to trap after you cross the middle of the floor, but I see they aren't doing as much of that as they did last time we were, especially up Revere. Take that shot. That's
Ruland's going to challenge the baseline.
Move the ball.
Adams challenging. Back to Riley. Should be to Ruland. They're doing a nice job on defense right now. They're double teaming well in there. There's one to Missy Dell.
That should be on number 5. She's doing it with her body. Arms are up, but she's pushing with her body all over Missy.
That is number 5. Tammy Weber, her first. Team's 5th. Wadsworth goes to the foul line.
This third quarter is coming down to an end. About a minute 51 left, with Wadsworth still leading 31-25. Missy Odell, I always call her Odell, on the firing line. Big points here. Yes.
First one is good.
Big points. Big points. Nice. Okay.
Sinks the second.
8-point margin now. 33-25.
Double teaming in the backcourt here. Wadsworth puts a little pressure on. Weber brings the ball across. The Valley's playing the high post now.
She traveled.
Mount.
In my opinion.
Well, Coach Burnett was a little unhappy that there wasn't a call on that when Wadsworth stole the ball. But that's probably the first time tonight he's been unhappy, because they haven't really called it easy game or a good ball game both ways.
Right up. There you go.
St. Milwaukee for 2.
That's easy 2. Back to 10-point difference now. That's good. We're coming back to it's 12 at the halftime, and they're slowly moving it back. Revere's not moving the ball around like they did just a minute. That's going to be on Missy. Number 42, Missy Dell, making that foul.
That is her second, I believe. Again, it's not a shooting foul, so they'll take the ball out of bounds. It's underneath the
scoreboard shows that's her first, Charlie.
They haven't got the second one up there yet.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think she's fouled earlier.
We have some novices working the scoreboard tonight. I believe we got a foul on somebody here. Number 45, Kelly Cook, is going to the line in any case. The foul is on number 54, Julie Ruland, her second. 55
seconds in the third quarter. Score 35-25 Wadsworth. Coach Martin shuffling people in and out, trying to keep them fresh as possible. Looks like fourth quarter run, huh?
It looks like we'll go that way.
She might be stretching it. Well, I thought she was going to step over the foul line.
I think that Coach Martin realizes this ball game probably is going to be won in the last 8 minutes of play, and the fresher his starting troops are, the better.
He hasn't taken Julie out too much, but there are some that you just don't feel that you can as much as other. Nice.
There
should have been a foul right there.
Foul there.
Lisa Adams set a nice
down pretty hard.
Julie's up with the, 25. That's all they have to do, really, I think, is just drive for the basket, because the Revere girls, if they're not tired, at least they're showing signs of it, because that girl was behind on Julie on that first move. Julie had the first step on her, and she tried to make up ground and consequently made the foul with her body.
That foul was on O'Donnell.
Number 25.
Mount hit the floor pretty hard over there, and his coach showing a little concern about her. As Ruland sinks the first of her 2 foul shots, or 1-on-1 situation, I should say.
40 seconds left in this third quarter. 36-26 Wadsworth. Gets the roll. All right. 37-26.
Did it the hard way, but they all count. Goes to Mount in the corner. Puts one up and in. Oh, that's her 2 points of this quarter.
Yeah, Fox just made a nice move and came right up the floor nicely.
Grizzlies probably trying to play for the last shot. Oh, walking there. Well, somebody up in the stand says she does that every time. I don't think she does it every time.
The referee, I think, is looking at her arm movement and isn't looking at her feet. The feet have to move in order for that to be traveling. I didn't see any foot movement at all. I see a ball fake, but I don't see any feet moving.
Well, but that could be very disconcerting.
You at least allowed one of those feet to move anyhow.
45 takes the shot, misses. Dell reads the rebound. That's it.
We end that third quarter with Wadsworth leading 37-28. And I agree with you, Charlie. I think this fourth quarter is going to be the shootout. Even though Wadsworth leading right now by 9 points, that's still not...
Lost 3 in that quarter.
That's not still a great margin, and I think that it could end up being a pretty good game forward to Wadsworth. It's still a good game, but a closer game. The Grizzlies have to stay on the attack, I believe. They can't be tentative. The worst thing you can do right now is try not to lose. The thing you have to do now is you got to be thinking about winning, not trying to not to lose. There's a difference between the two concepts, and I think that's important right now.
Well, LaValle has picked up the scoring tempo here for Revere in the third quarter. She picked up 5 points. She had only 2 in the entire first half, plus her 3 fouls. She did not pick up a foul, however, in that quarter, which means that she has some leeway of play right now. She can be a little more aggressive under the boards than she would have been ordinarily. She's come out of here with 7 points right now. She's the leading scorer for Revere at this point in the ball game.
Early fouls this fourth quarter could leave Revere in a pretty strapped position. Similar to Highland a few weeks ago when we played up there. The game was going very close, was very close until 3 critical fouls put people either in 4th foul or 5 fouls out of the game, and it made quite a bit of difference in the ball game. So it could happen for Revere if they're not careful.
That ball went to 45, but she didn't know what to do with it once she got it. O'Donnell from Lloyd back to O'Donnell.
The big girl's flashing through the middle. That was an air ball.
Adams to Dell, back over across to Riley. Walkley's moved out to the high post now. Oh, she had that shot.
April's got to take that shot.
Rowland would have taken that because LaValle backed away from her there and left her wide open. There it is to Rowland inside and 2 points. That's her 12th for the night.
That may be, of course, the concept in that is April comes to the top of the key there, and they try to hope that they try to crash on her real quick, and that'll leave Julie free with a one-on-one situation.
That's right. LaValle has the ball. She's in a high post now. Over here to McCann. McCann around the corner to number 45, Cook. Cook back out to Lloyd. Lloyd takes the long shot. It's nothing but net.
You know, I noticed something Revere's doing now. They've changed a little bit of their tactics here on their offense. They're being a little more patient. With 6 minutes and 35 seconds to go, the possibility of patience, I'm not sure if they have that time to do that kind of offense. I think they're going to have to come down and keep popping away like they have been.
Well, if you do that, you have an awful lot of confidence in your defense, as the defense can get the ball back to you in a hurry.
Well, the more times that ball was passed, the more chances you have to pick it off, obviously. Ooh, get in there, ball. You needed that one.
1-on-1, a very important shot, perhaps.
The foul line is going to be important at the very end, I think.
Mount out to Lloyd. Lloyd's going to take the shot.
They're going to keep on her.
Roll into the rebound.
I think that's important, although Mount's shooting from a little further out than I think maybe she should be, but she nailed one a while ago.
31, that's McCann knocks the ball away.
From about 18 feet, I think, and it was all net.
Right.
6:15 left in the fourth quarter. Wadsworth leading 39-30.
Okay. Bad pass there, and they're going to call 31 again for a foul. That's going to give McCann her first. It was not a great pass, unfortunately, because McCann was guarding too well, but she rammed right into Riley. She went for the ball. And that was a missed foul shot.
2 fouls right there in a row we've missed.
There's a quick
I hate to look at those things, but sometimes that. Oh, she had the baseline. It's going to be against Julie Rulon, and that's going to be a three-pointer possibility.
It's 4-5, 45. That is Kelly Cook.
Coach Martin yelling, move your feet. And that's exactly what's got to happen. This fourth quarter, who's in the best shape? If you don't move your feet, then you foul. That's what. So let's hope that isn't the case. This will bring it down to 6 if she nets this one. And she does.
She does.
It's 33-39. Wadsworth leading by 6. 6 minutes to go in this last quarter.
Man.
Telegraphed that one all the way.
Yes, indeed.
The girls have got to get a little more deceptive with their eyes and look off passes and so forth. Because generally where they're looking is where they throw it. And Betty, so's the other person, defense.
There it is. Ooh.
Oh.
Riley gets hit with the foul.
That was not a good foul.
No, that was her first for the evening, however. And they're going to the line. Wadsworth's going to take a timeout here before they do go to the line.
With 5:42 left in the fourth quarter, the Grizzlies are leading 33-39. However, Revere going to the line for a 1-and-1.
And this ball game is coming right down to what we thought it would come down to, even with that big lead that they had in the first quarter. This thing is going to be determined in this quarter.
If she nets both of them, Charlie, that's a 4-point game.
That's right.
With a lot of time left.
And Wadsworth missed 2 foul shot opportunities there, which they were both 1-and-1 opportunities. So that means you basically missed 4 foul shots, which would have helped considerably.
You can just see Michael Ann over there munching on something, but you can just see that foul shots, it's the old adage, the game's won at the foul line, but it comes true just about any time you get a close ball game. You know, people say, well, yeah, but what about the shots they missed? But you got to remember one thing about a foul shot. There's nobody guarding you.
That's
and
right. You're
always at a set position away from the basket, set distance.
And that shot is as invariable as each time.
You might get a lot of fans yelling at you or anything, but you still don't have somebody bumping you, pushing you, sticking a hand in your face.
And it's 15 feet from the basket.
Every time. 5:42 left in the fourth quarter. Number 45
goes to the line and a 1-and-1.
Kelly Cook. This could be big points for them, too.
She was the second leading scorer against us up in Revere.
She missed the first one. All right.
And Rulon rebounds again.
For them, that was also a key time at the line.
Well, we're going to have a tripping call on Mount.
I think the Grizzlies, that's one thing I've seen them do. The girls are attacking in the transition. If somebody's coming from the other direction, they're continuing to go, and if there's only a little bit of space, they're dropping their shoulder and going and say, listen, the only thing you can do while I'm moving is foul me. And that's exactly what just happened.
Well, there's a 1-and-1 here. These are important foul shots right now.
Good follow through. Ooh, just kicked out.
Good, but Rulon's going to get hit with a fourth foul. And I don't know that was a good foul.
A little questionable on that foul. That's her fourth foul, Charlie. Boy, if Julie happened to go out with 3 minutes to go or 2 minutes to go, it could be very, very tight.
I don't really think she really hit anybody in that foul.
I don't either.
It was clean ball, but the referee saw it another way, so. And it's Cook at the line.
All net.
I don't think you can afford to give the Cook their second leading scorer that many opportunities at the foul line and not have her hit something.
April Walkley come in for Julie Rulon.
Yes. This will be her, let's see, sixth, this eighth. This will be her 9th point if she makes it. She has 8 right now. And she made it.
We have a 4-point ball game, 39-35 with 5:31 remaining in this fourth quarter.
And they're going to see a lot of pressure now out of that Revere ball club. Revere is a quick ball club. They've got some ability that way. Plus, as they say, they've got probably the best set of guards in the league. Although right now, have to admit right now that
Big error right there.
outplayed somewhat.
That was a big one right there. They've got to get tough. They've got to not let that happen.
Can't afford to throw the ball away like that.
Katie's out there jabbering right now, and that's good. She's telling them, come on, let's go. That's exactly what a floor leader has to do. When something happens like that, a turnover, somebody's got to be there saying, hey, let's pull it together. Let's go.
Riley's on Lloyd. They brought the ball out here.
There we go.
Possession goes to Revere, though. They brought Cook out of the corner to help with bringing the ball up court. And Mount was tied up on the pass over to her, but unfortunately Revere gets the ball. That was a straight shot into LaValle. LaValle puts the ball into Mount. Mount to Lloyd. Lloyd back to Mount. Around to McCann over here. Lloyd to LaValle at the high post. And why on earth we try to foul there? She called a travel. Adams tried to get a foul, I think, on that, though.
Well, right now, Revere is matching Wadsworth for turnovers, which is lucky for us. It's still 39-35. Wadsworth leading with 4:41 left in this final fourth quarter.
Katie made almost a fatal mistake there. She stopped short of the line. Should have brought it across.
Take shooter up.
Outside.
They're trying to get 3 seconds on her. That's just slowing it down a little bit. They're keeping it out.
Get it to Dell. Dell's got to move. Dell is not moving right now. It's all being handled by the guards. Dell is just standing there on the high post being guarded by Cook, and there's a pass right to...
That was inedible, Charlie. You called it. The only two people that were doing any movement out there were the two guards.
And Cook is taking the shot
Woo! Wadsworth a little lucky there. They had 2 shots down there and couldn't net either one of them. We have 3:43 left in this game. Wadsworth up by 4.
This is a game, I think, and Mount is going to be called for her 4th personal foul. This is Wadsworth. Let's try that again. Basketball is a game of movement. It's not set patterns all the time. You do set up, but then you've got to be moving, and all of your players moving at one time.
Especially if you're trying to freeze the ball.
Right.
Everybody's got to do their share and move. They can't stand and take pictures while the other 2 or 3 people are doing all the work. Katie shooting. Big foul. All right.
Important foul. Broke the ice there.
Yeah, that's right. Takes the lid off the basket. They're going to ice her right now as, who's the sportscaster? Al McGuire says that.
Yes.
Kind of ice her. He says a lot of things. We have 3:36. Wadsworth leading 40-35 in 4th quarter.
That's been an important foul shot, though, because it's been a long time since Wadsworth scored in this quarter. Rulon got a basket right off the bat, and we went about 5 minutes without anything at all.
Yeah, it's something like monkey see, monkey do. One time they keep shooting and somebody misses, and then somebody else shoots and somebody misses, and it just keeps going, and it just seems like it multiplies. You start saying, geez, I hope I don't miss, rather than, geez, I know I can make it.
The other half of that thing, the equation, though, is that Kelly Cook has caught fire for Revere, and she's come up this quarter with 5 points, which adds to the 4 she had in the first 3 quarters, gives her 9, and that ties her for the lead. Well, that actually puts her in the lead as the leading scorer for the Minutemen right now. With Beth LaValle was stuck at 7 points for the moment, and no one else has more than 4. Oh, I'm sorry, Christy Mount has 5, but.
I'll tell you, Wadsworth can win this game if they just stay tough right now and continue to play on the offensive. And I mean that when they're playing defensive. In other words, heads up. In other words, don't think you're trying to maintain your lead. Continue to improve your lead. That's the important thing. That's a winner's way of thinking. And they have to be that way if they're going to continue. Next week, the tournaments begin. A little short.
And she was well blocked out by number 21, Betsy Lloyd. The Grizzlies going into a little 2-on-2 zone here, I think.
LaValle shot. Yeah, I could hear that from up here. Katie Riley, I believe, made the contact.
Right. That's her second. And LaValle goes to the line.
Well, I think it looks to me like that's what he's got set up. He's going to flash Lavelle across the paint, back and forth, and just keep feeding the ball inside. She can put it up, fine. If she doesn't, she's going to do what she's doing right now, shoot from the line.
Well, Coach Martin has to leave Ruland sitting on the bench at least another minute, I think. I don't think he can afford to bring her in before 2 minutes, the 2-minute mark. And that's going to hurt, but there's a nice rebound with Dell.
Well, Lavelle could have brought that down to a 3-point game. As it is, it's still 4 points Wadsworth. Ooh. I tell you, the girls have got to quit telegraphing their passes. They're doing that every time. It's easy pick-off. All the defensive girl has to do is watch the ball or watch the eyes of the girl passing.
And no one's coming back to the ball either, Bill.
There's Lisa splitting it and going.
They're waiting for the ball to reach them rather than doing anything with it. Nope, back out here, April. As Katie's got the ball now in control.
Be patient because they're going to have to foul otherwise.
Yeah, I think April should have taken a shot there, but
well, that's the second time I thought so. When she received the pass from Katie on the break down there, I thought she should have taken that. But I think John, that's what he's doing right there. He's going to say, let's win it at the foul line and make them hack us. Here comes Julie Ruland back in.
Well, we got to start
Fox
making these foul shots.
Go to the bench. 2:44 left in this game. Wadsworth leading 40-36. Katie Riley at the line. Big important foul shots right now. This is it. Got to have them. Oh, drop.
Oh, drop. Either one.
No luck there. She's hitting the front of the bucket. Pulling the string on it, so to speak.
Well, I think
watch 33 flash, Charlie. That's what I think they're going to do is work Lavelle down there. Lavelle's about.
Lavelle's out. That's Cook.
Reverse dribble. We got a 2-point ball game, 40-38. Wadsworth up by 2. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left.
Hold the ball right here. Hold the ball. We're going to try to see a weave, I think, here, but I'm not.
She's got to have help.
There's no movement again on the 3 forwards.
You got to give her for traveling.
No movement in there and the 3 forwards. The only 2 people moving with the ball were the 2 guards, and once the guards stopped with the ball, there was no play. There was no one to throw it to, and no one came to help her out.
Yep, there's got to be some help. There's no doubt about it. 1:55 left. Wadsworth leading 40-38 in this 4th and final quarter.
Out to Lloyd. There's
Back
your shot
again.
from the Valley.
Tied up. This game's tied up. Had 12 points at halftime, Charlie, as we said before. We got a foul. Looks like an unnecessary one, too.
There's 1:41 to play, all tied up at 40 points apiece.
Number 21 made that foul. She's got 2 on her. That's Betsy Lloyd, huh?
And Riley goes back to the foul line.
Her last 2 that she shot have been short. She's got to put a little more oomph into this ball. That looks good.
That's the most important shot there. Yeah.
She's got to net the next one, too.
I tell you, Bill, I'd almost rather be short or be long with a foul shot than short.
That's good.
All right.
There we go. 42-40. Watch out. No unnecessary fouls. They're going to get called.
I think on Missy Dell, perhaps.
They went in the trap. Both of them went in the trap, and they just went in body contact.
42. Yeah, Dell. Dell's 3rd.
Get close, but don't get on, I guess is what you got to do, isn't it, Charlie?
That's it.
We got a minute 38. Wadsworth leading 42-40.
Lloyd did the line. Be a 1-and-1. She's not been at the line tonight.
Thank goodness.
Fortunately, she didn't.
Katie Riley's good heads up there. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Now she picks up another foul. That's her 3rd.
I don't know what Katie's foul shooting percentage is, but I know in the mornings when the girls come in to shoot, she's usually shooting somewhere around 80, between 80 and 90 out of 100 she makes, generally. And the 100 shot she takes. So she's not the best one for them to be fouling.
Aha.
Give Wadsworth a 3-point variable.
These are very important points here.
1:32 left. Wadsworth leading with 3. 43-40. She pulled the string on that one, too. There should be a foul right there.
That's going to be Wadsworth's ball out of bounds.
Should have been a foul right there. The coach is yelling the other way that he thinks that Julie was pushed to her, but that was not the case. She was all over Julie Ruland's back.
Oh, my back. That was not a good inbound.
It hit the Revere girl's foot. I'm not sure who.
Okay, now.
I'd like to see 2 more points on that board. Get us a 5. There it is. That's what she does. She could have been shooting that all night. She's got such a nice touch. That's a big one, too. 5-point margin, Wadsworth. Ooh,
31 to McCann to Lloyd in the corner. This is the ball.
Gotta have that rebound. Oh, Katie Riley's getting called for. She reached in. I think she had all ball, but I'll tell you right now, this game this close, you put your hand in there, you're going to get called.
That's right. That's
107 left in the 4th quarter. Wadsworth leading 45-40.
It's Riley's third. Kim McCann goes to the line.
Kim McCann.
And a 1-and-1. Oops.
And that's the first one. We're down to 4
That's
now.
her first point of the night.
Heck of a time to make them.
Guess it's a nice time for her to get it toward the end of the game.
Well, it depends on whose side of it you're looking at here. Both of them.
Made them both.
We're down to 45-42, 3-point margin. Grizzlies, oh my goodness.
There comes the trap.
Grizzlies got to get it up the floor. They got to get it up the floor. That's it. Somebody's got to take charge out there.
Well, the Grizzlies were fortunate to get it up the floor that time. They almost threw it away once down underneath.
They got to move. They got to move. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was a gimme there. That was 2 points.
45. Cook.
All net. We're down to 1 point with 36 seconds left. 45-44. Grizzlies by 1.
There we go again.
Charging, I'm afraid.
No. Call a block.
A break for the Grizzlies.
A block on Cook.
That could have been read either way, I suspect, Charlie.
I think you're probably right. I didn't think Cook was moving, but she may have just got into position just instantaneously before the hit. These are probably the most important shots of this ball game right
32
now,
seconds.
Point of
You're
view.
up by 1. You betcha. 1-1. She's got to put them in. That's in.
That's in.
Time to get tough. That's it right there. Timeout. Gonna ice her.
Well, we have 32 seconds on the clock. We have a 2-point lead. We have a game that has come down to living up to the billing that we gave it before the game started. I don't know much more that a basketball fan could want tonight out here.
Well, you think you get to thinking with a 12-point lead at halftime that this game could end up with a 20 or 25-point variance, but there's just not going to happen when you get good teams like this playing each other.
Well,
12 points is not going to be.
Revere did build a 15-3 record and a 9-3 in the league. You know that one of those league losses was to Copley, certainly, because they want to revenge the Copley loss this week. I don't know who happened to beat him the other two, but you don't get 15 wins in a 20-game season without being a good ball club.
That's for sure. Well, there's the scoreboard. You people at home can take a look at it. I'll tell you right now, stay away from the refrigerator. Get back here right now, because it ain't over yet.
No, we could very easily see an overtime game. We can see another game just like the first Revere game did with the last second shot and put it out of reach.
Katie needs to make this second shot. A 3-point variance right now would be a nice item. That means they got to come up with 2 baskets to beat you. It's in.
Yeah, it's in. The only thing is, you can't afford a foul shot.
That's right. Play tough, but stay off.
That's a 2-3 zone. Wadsworth went in 2 down there.
Oh, she just
that was a close one.
I tell you, they've got to stop her. Just that simple. Don't panic. Come on, girls, get up the floor.
Bring the ball up court.
15 seconds. Timeout, John Martin says. Boy, well called timeout, because I think the 10 seconds was running out.
10 seconds was very close there.
We have 12 seconds left. Wadsworth leading 47-46.
The referees, or rather the Coach Burnett, seems to think the 10 seconds did run off the clock. I don't...
That's also one of the parents in the third row over there in the peanut gallery. He's also feels that... as he
it was
wipes
a very
the
quiet
perspiration
crowd
from
in
his
the first
bald
half.
head.
Wadsworth was dominating this game. But it gets kind of loud after the game gets close.
He felt the 10 seconds should be counted, but sometimes the fans count those 10 seconds two at a time. Now, there's a relaxed man right there. Now, probably inside, he's going to pieces.
Yeah, that's Biff Lloyd.
Is that Biff Lloyd? His daughter's playing out there. But he looks, of course, he's coached many years. He's probably, everything's going on inside, not outside.
That's a surprise.
Wish I could sit like that. He wasn't like that as a coach.
Not well. He's coaching now up at Mayfield. I'm sure that in a boys' game that he's coaching, he's not like that.
He's giving instructions to his daughter right now. I just saw him giving her some instructions. So,
well, she's one of those guards. It's the key to their defense. Right now, Wadsworth's got to bring the ball up court. We have 10 seconds to get it across the line again, and 12 seconds to play.
We're gonna pick it here. There it is, right there. That's a good move. Oh, geez.
And we're going to have a block on the Valley, her fourth.
Could that be construed as intentional?
I think that probably was planned. If the ball got to Walkley, that they had to foul her.
Well, she shoots probably 70 out of 100 in the morning, so...
Certainly they didn't necessarily want to foul at that point, but...
I like to see her net this one. Yes, it's in there.
Well, that makes you a little more comfortable because the worst you can do is tie at this stage and go into overtime.
This might ice it. She puts this one in. There it is. Oh,
no, we'll get another shot at it.
Somebody's in the paint.
45 came across and stepped in.
Big break for the Grizzlies.
It was done enough this fourth quarter to try to take the ball game back to Revere, but Kelly stepped right into the line on that.
The time ran out. I think they're going to have to back the clock up.
How could time run out?
Well, as soon as the ball came off the rim. There should be about 11 seconds, as I recall. Charlie, is that correct?
Yes. Well, yeah, that's what they put on. But I can't see how 11 seconds came off the clock so quickly.
Well, I think she missed that second shot, and when they rebounded, somebody maybe started a little soon over there.
A little soon, perhaps.
That's your home court advantage. No, I'm just sure that's just a flick of a switch. It's pretty easy to do that. April getting her third shot. Oh, big foul. Revere was in too soon. Let him get up the floor. The object now is don't foul.
Don't foul.
Oh, get on the ball. Get on the ball. There we go. She actually charged, Charlie, and he didn't call it.
Nope.
That'll be the Grizzlies' ball. Jump ball. 4 seconds left. Wadsworth leading 49-46. Barring any tremendous mistakes. Missy's got to move. She can't sit there. She'll lose it. Wait a minute. We may have a foul.
No. They called a... I think they might call possession unless they called a foul on 30,
I think
21.
there's a foul. Yes, sir.
They called a foul on 21.
That's her fourth foul, Charlie. 1 second to go.
I don't think it would have made any difference if that had been a possession because we're certainly not going to foul with 1 second to clock. If I'm John Martin, I'm going to call everybody over to the bench to stand there and let them put the stupid ball in play. You know.
1 second, Missy Dell going to the line.
Coach Burnett just went over to shake John Martin's hand on that. I'm assuming he is saying this ball game is over.
I'm not sure what he said to Coach Martin because he's not smiling either. I can't tell colors, but is his face facing over your head?
Well, I'm sure he's a little unhappy because unless there's a big upset of Hudson by Hudson tonight against Copley, the best this team we could do is second place. Wadsworth and Revere are going to be tied after this ball game.
There you go. Final score: Wadsworth 51, the Revere girls 46. What a shootout!
What a shootout, and it came down ultimately to the foul shots in the last quarter. Katie Riley made 2, 4, 6 foul shots to go with her 9 points to finish the evening with 15 points. Missy Dell made 2 foul shots to go with her 8 to finish with 10 points. April Walkley iced the ball game with her 2 foul shots and 1 basket, which gives her 8 points for the evening. Julie Rulin finished the evening with 12 points. Beth Fox finished the evening with 2 points. And Lisa Adams finished the evening with 4 points. On the Lady Minuteman, Kelly Cook had a flourish there in the last quarter. She scored 4 baskets and 3 foul shots with 8 plus 3 is 11. She had 4 going in, so she finished with 15 points. Christy Mount finished with 5 points, which is a far cry from the leading scorers range she had in the first time the two teams met. Betsy Lloyd finished with 6 points. Kathy O'Donnell with 4. Kim McCann with 2. Beth LaValle finished the evening with 10 points, and Kelly Filets finished the evening with 4 points.
Well, that was a heck of a ball game, to say the least, Charlie. I think that considering the game that we saw a few weeks ago up at Revere, it didn't look like the same ball club.
No.
Even though they dropped those 12 points from halftime, the girls still hung in there tough and played a very, very good game. I'm really proud of them. I think that this will give them a little spurt for Thursday, and they've got another game home here Saturday night, and that'll end the regular season. And if they can win both of those ball games, that'll set them into the tournament with, on a high note. And I think that's very important. It's going to be a good tournament, and I think it's going to be a very tough tournament. But I think we're in a perfect position, as you probably mentioned earlier before I got here. So I think that we're looking maybe at a very improved ball club, and a lot of positive things happened tonight. They got by. They won a close ball game. They didn't lose a close one. They won one.
They won, and that puts their record at 12-6 with 2 games to play. As you mentioned, the game Thursday night against Field, the JVs will tip off at 6 o'clock as usual. The varsity game will follow. That game will be televised will be cablecast by Warner Cable on Saturday morning as part of a doubleheader with the boys game against Revere. Tonight's game, of course, being shown on Wednesday night when you see this. The game against Cloverleaf is not going to be cablecast, so that game also will tip off at 6 o'clock, and we'd like to see as many people here as in the stands as we possibly can.
Oh, yeah. Come on out. There's only 2 more games, the home games, and let's do it. Let's get out here so we can see what's going on. And I think it's probably time to wrap it up, Charlie. I'm Bill Slamma Jammin' Thompson, along with Charlie. I'll shoot it from anywhere, Ackerman, and saying good night. We'll see you Thursday night, and come out and see us.
Good night.
They got killed.